Hey, yo, 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 yo. Hey, y'all, I'm like setting this shit up right now. I had to clean up my table because I spilled coffee everywhere. But yo, I swear I'm about to start this stream in 2 minutes. Damn. And yeah, thank you if you're still around. If not, yeah, bounce back in like 2 minutes and we're gonna talk some motherfucking crypto. Okay. What's up, world? Coffee main madness. Big ups to everybody that stuck around and listened to my track. I hope the track is chill. All right, let's turn this music down. I think we're ready here. Lots of sounds in the background, but we lit. We freaking lit. What's up, y'all? Oh snap, where'd it go? Let's say what's up to the chat real quick. What up, Q? What up, Rolando? Sun Station. What's up? Zen enthusiasts. What up to all the Zenians out there? Again, thank you again for holding out, man. It's like every so often, almost feels like every 5 months or 3 months, I have to spill fucking coffee on my desk right before I start streaming. Like, I swear. Like, if you've been following the channel, you've probably heard that from me before. Yo, oh, I'm giving you guys into a good look into what's going on right now. Shit, I forgot this shit was up. But yeah, man. If you're not using AI to create contracts, what the fuck are you doing? You don't even need to think no more. I got a burn contract coming soon, but I keep testing out different AIs to see who's going to give me what I want. And actually, this one is just hanging up here because this works so fast that it blew my mind. And I'm still like trying to figure it out. Shout out to Tree City West. He put me on. we're using this one called Clyde. It's actually a pretty nice one. Here, I'll show you it. I'll put it in the chat. You can go try it out too if you want. But Clyde, actually, I think is the best for deving. Like, honestly, it has to be one of the best for deving, because you can drop in code and you can talk with it, like, very simply. Like, I did nothing more than ask it how I burn redeem works. Let me see. Am I live? Oh yeah, we live. What's up, y'all? I asked it how I burn redeem works, and then it broke it down. And then all I did was like, I want to build a simple website that burns in tokens. Can you generate a smart contract in an HTML one-pager website that uses the smart contract? So it went ahead and did that. It built everything out for me. And it's telling me how to set it up. So I'm thinking again, like, some people are sleeping on how easy it's going to be to build contracts. And that's kind of like a pre-quantum feeling. To think that, like, new shit won't happen. Like, you know what I mean? Like, or like unimaginable things that you didn't think of, right? Like, we live in an age now where you're not thinking of the next hot thing. The AI is. So you're actually always behind it unless you're using it to create new things. So yeah. And again, even then, there's layers and levels to this shit. Like, if you're just stuck on OpenAI, you know, there's layers to this shit, right? If you're just stuck on Grok, there's layers to this shit. Even Zen GPT, there's layers to this shit. And yeah, I'm vibing with the separation concept here. So like, what I mean by that is, like, this brand, they actually want to be like programming GPT. Like, they don't really care about chatbot GPT. Like, they want a GPT that's listening to your commands. So I think that's why, again, this one's working a little bit better with code than the other ones I've tried. And I recommend, if you're looking to build something, maybe drop in your favorite smart contract and ask it to build you something and then test it out. All right, you could go and test it out. There's test nets and things like that. Get your hands into the sandbox and get dirty. It's fucking September 2nd, 2024. This your boy Crypto Bruh, aka More World Pizza DJ, coming back again after spilling coffee all over the place. Got a little sweat on my forehead. Got a little bit. What's up, Crypto Dude? What it do? Hola from San Antonio. Shout out San Antonio. No more XEN. Yeah, man, XEN is pop, bro. They canceled the contract. The way that I've been seeing it is I go to Phoenix website. Oh, snap. Hold up. I go to Phoenix website because Phoenix dashboard lets you know everything that's like going on. So you can easily go to Phoenix dashboard, and then here you'll see all the active statuses for like every single crypto in the Zen world. And then you can see if it's active. So I did see EVMOS was unactive, but now it's saying it's active. So maybe it does work. Maybe they purged it. Here, let's look at it. Let's look at eScan or eScan. Because I'm not really too sure what's happening with EVMOS, but I know that they purged a lot of Zen contracts. I don't know what that means. Like, again, I'm not on that chain, and that's kind of like something for the users on EVMOS. And again, I think it's also a wake-up call for a lot of people who maybe need, like I was saying, like, it's like GPT, right? There's going to be people who use GPT and they don't understand that maybe I should use another one for a specific task because the one I'm currently using isn't engineered to provide me with this request, right? Like, Grok damn near talks to you like it's Elon Musk. It's like they put Elon Musk personality into the Grok. That's why I always got to switch that shit off the fun one, because I'm like, bro, this shit is whack. Like, I'm not trying to talk to Elon, right? Even if it's, you know, again, Elon grammar with the most intelligent words in the world. Like, I don't vibe with that. I want robotic, bro. I want fucking black and white robot shit. So that's why I've been looking at other GPTs and looking for more universal versions of it, so I can say, hey, this one feels like it's trying to speak to everyone. That's like Zen too, you know. That's why, again, if Zen speaks to you because you're into EVMOS, please let us know what's happening over there, because yeah, this thing is falling off a cliff currently. And that's because yeah, they canceled the Zen contracts, or you can't make new ones, or you can't access your old ones. So that's why, again, I think the coin is gonna live, because they didn't talk about ending the life of the coin. They're talking about bringing the coin into existence. They essentially cap the supply on their own, which again is like it's a catch-22. It's like, do you want to be on a blockchain that can just stop the creation of any smart contract, you know, or are you so gung-ho on supply distribution that you think that's kind of cool, and hey, why not go into EVMOS knowing that, you know, there's nobody else that can create coins, right? But again, I'm not the person to answer that one because I'm not on this chain. If you know, you know. We're on CBZen. Yes. We are all Satoshi. What up, LDC? We'll say LDC. I like the new name change. Yeah, we are all Satoshi though. That's actually a vibe. You know what's funny? Yeah, so like in my headline right now in the video, it says like XEN TitanX baby. So let's just get that out the way, because I know a lot of people probably pulling up, try to figure out what's happening next in there. But I guess Jack Levin is doing stuff. So this is gonna be a new controversy, because he's stirring up a pot, and there's a lot of people that aren't gonna like this. All right, they're gonna be like, "Yo, don't let him do it. Don't let him do it." Actually, some really dope stuff happened over this weekend. We got Jack stirring up the pot. Oh, it doesn't show his spaces he spoke in here. That's crazy. It's only if you follow him did you see that. But yeah, so he spoke in a Titan space. And in the Titan space, he was essentially, you know, waving the white flag, in my opinion. And it's like funny to think about, because it makes you think like, yo, did we even lose anything? Right? Like it's like, when you look at the way that TitanX was rolled out, it was 100% a Trojan horse in the Zen community that was very intelligent in a sense, because a lot of people changed. Like this Tomo guy, he used to be like, his handle still says OG Zenian, but he has an a green ring around his PFP. So I'm like, damn, like Titan got that kind of effect on people where like they like understand Zen, but this still speaks to them. So I've been doing a lot of self reflection on this, because personally me, like I'm like, again, like I'm 100% Zenian. Like I purchased the top of Titan way back when it first launched, and then I never meant it because it's just not on my radar, right? Like we're building X1 chain. Like it's live. Like go play with the Prime Miner. This is literally happening on X1 chain, and you can even go and see the transactions on chain. Like that's why I can't believe, man. Yo, the IQ level of some people in crypto is just so comedy, bro. Because they'd be like, damn, like, are they really stupid or are they trolling stupid? You know? And that's why, again, I think I'm talking about this TitanX Zen thing, because we are learning who's the original. It's always going to come back to who is the original, right? Because on those people who start brand new, they're going to want to know where is this path even coming from, right? It's like learning about colors and trying to understand prime colors so that you can understand why purple is purple because blue and red come together, or why green is green because, you know, yellow and blue come together, right? Orange is orange because yellow and red come together, blah, blah, blah. You know, just regular logic, normal IQ shit. Okay. So that's kind of why, again, like, it's funny to watch this happen because, like, again, I'm the one that's the most stressed out. Not anybody on any other side. Like, the Zenians are still trying to figure out, like, why, right? Like, why would you go to the camp that blatantly sent in a Trojan horse all the way back to, it's like almost like, you know, I can make up some FUD right now. I don't believe it, but it's like, this is where we are, right? It's like, what if kindness invited me on this channel every week just so they can intensify the vampire attack on Zen, right? Because now it's like, ain't nobody around. But everybody was there when we first started. The same thing with DXN. Everybody was there when it first started. And then it fizzled. Right? So who's to say, like, again, like in the very beginning of my content, because I didn't start off a YouTuber. I was just somebody in the chats. And I just decided to bust up and start doing YouTubes. Because, yeah, most YouTube videos, no one talks about fucking Zen. Like, actually talks about it. Like, tells you how the G rank works so that you can get ahead of the game. So yeah, that's why, again, I'm kind of on this other side of confusion where I'm the one that has to go and be like, yo, Sir Jack, what the fuck, bro? Fuck these fools are fucking whack, bro. And then he's over here basically telling me, like, or telling us this fight is bigger than us thinking about how the enemy came over lines to take the clout and run away. Like, this is a bigger fight than that. We'll give him the one champion. We'll give them the victory lap, right? So it's a hard pill to swallow. We'll let them get the victory lap. And congratulations, you know, like, get the victory lap. Honestly, in Zen, when you find Zen, you've gotten the victory. And that's the hard pill to swallow for a lot of people. They think that they need to see a green candle. They need 10,000x. They need 100x, whatever the fuck, you know? When really in Zen, it's just about understanding how distribution doesn't control anyone in crypto. Right? How, like, you can fan on anything and it's just because you're into crypto. It's not because you're a fan. Right? And even in Zen, we fan it because it's so pure that we have to remind ourselves, okay, maybe we can loosen up how strict the core is. So some of these other people out there with these, you know, that don't really get it and don't know why orange is created, why purple is created, why green is created, right? There's no reason to just leave them out there to be the pickings. And you know what I mean? Like, is that really Knight's honor? If you're just going to leave the people out there in the middle of the ocean to just get ate up? So, and again, I mean, gullibleness, like, this is crazy to me, right? Like, shout outs Tomo. I've seen him around. I haven't seen him in a long time. That's why, for me personally, this is a behavioral study that I'm taking on. And now I want you to go out there and discover this behavior. How many people really started off as Zenians and now like Titan, right? And how much of a power play is this by us, like, again, lowering what I would say is the sword of IQ, because Zen is a very big brain activity. And if you've been in, like, the world since, you know, we ventured into XENBLOCKs, since we've been building X1 chain, you as well could be, you know, kind of technically exhausted because there's so much shit going on. Like, even me, like, I had to tap out once we moved to Solana because I just don't have the physically, I don't have the computer power or the computer resources or the computer time to bring that part, you know, into life and existence and whatnot. But, you know, I've been riding the wave still, right? I didn't allow some sort of personal endeavor or whatever, you know, to, like, stop my passion for crypto to, like, you know, be here for this. It's not every day you get to be here in the quorum of the beginning of something huge, right? Typically, you buy the bag afterwards, right? And that's why all this, again, this is all behavioral based study at this point, because, yeah, all of y'all are falling into the net. Perfect, bruh. That's why if Zen and Titan do have a baby, I'm gonna fucking laugh out loud so hard, because it's like, damn, y'all should have been mining Zen blocks, but y'all so focused on Zen and Titan having a baby. Like, the gossip is crazy out here, you feel me? And again, that's why I mean the FUD is strong, because there's a lot of people out there introducing people to the world because they don't know Jack Lemmon, right? Like, they gotta go, they weren't here in 22, you feel me? They wasn't here, they wasn't really here, they were just around. Those that were really here, you know, that's why we go so hard for Zen, because there's nothing that's gonna replace it. Even Titan, it doesn't have the runway. I mean, I can get very technical about the you know, again, like the power that Zen has, because again, the game of becoming a ClearNet coin or a coin that is going to reach the top 10 of the crypto markets is to make something that actually has no community. It just has ideology. So I've been explaining this, and oh yeah, this is the testnet for Solana. Got an Explorer. So I don't know why people keep saying this shit is not real. It blows my mind every time. Every time I read that comment, I'm like, yo, y'all need to do some research. Like, this shit is live. It's on Epoch 30,000. You know what I'm saying? It's moving. Look at these. Look at this transaction count. Shit is booming. 30-minute transactions, 6-hour transactions. Let's look at the validators. These are all the validators. Supply, I don't know what the supply looking like. So it's got the 1 billion. So they launched it on testnet with 1 billion. And 300 million is staked, and 698 is like liquid. So yeah, this is gonna be really cool too. That's why I like I don't think people really understand what's going on. And again, this whole like TitanX Zen thing is to actually bring everybody back to like ground, because now your world is shook at this point, right? Like if Jack really drops something to burn your Titan coins and your Titan price goes up because Jack did it, y'all know y'all gave it to Jack. So someone else needs to do it. But no one has clout like Jack, and that's just another strong arm he has on all of crypto. Like in your face. Like I've already talked to Simple about this. And this is why I work so hard on my personal shit, bruv. Like I'd like YouTube, and again, this is just my channel. Shout out to everybody that comes through, hits the like button, and fucking shows up and just like vibes with your boy Crypto, bruh. And that's kind of why I really sometimes I want to read the comments. Shout out Breaking Free. What up, Crypto Jake? What up, Michael? Sometimes I try to read the comments, but most times I'm just flowing off the head of whatever the AI wants me to say to y'all. Because I got no sides. I just rock the X. And you know what? X will be adopted by a lot of things in tech because it's actually the best letter in technology. Right? So if you have an X, you actually have an edge in your name, especially in tech. So it's really, really hard, you know, again, for me to be like, this is going to be stupid, because I'm at this point in my reality where theoretically, if he made something that burned Titan and it burned Zen at the same time, it would be a really nice gesture to the overall community to try to help those that are still trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. Because now you don't need to know what's going on anymore, because Titan and Zen are already burning together. And that's what the whole point of X1 chain is. Like X1 chain is not just a valley and peaks of Zenians doing Zen things, right? Like we are building a dynamic chain for all builders in crypto to show up and provide value to the whole space, rather than what we're currently living through, which is a consensus battle and no one wants to lose one or the other, right? Like you can't, that's why like all the top chains are all natives. They're all gas coins. I mean, the world wouldn't tell you it like this, but that's how I see it. I don't see any of these top coins as utility coins. They're all gas coins. Utility would be because you stake it and you get something else. Like you hold, you know, I mean, Solana is DPoS, so delegated proof of stake is on Solana, right? So they are kind of a utility chain. Same with BNB. They have a delegated proof of stake, right? But it doesn't really matter, because none of these chains allow you to gain access to enough coins or enough power to actually say like, hey, I came up, you know, I was the #1 fanboy of Solana and I met Toli because I bought all the fucking coins. Like that's not the journey in Solana, right? Like Solana is building to be NASDAQ. Like you just can't pull up and join the team, bro. This isn't no walk-on basketball team, bro. You feel me? So that's how, again, I feel like this top 10 are all gas coins. And once people stop feeling like they need the coin, it falls out of the 10 organically, right? That's why Cardano is easy to call. People don't really need it. Avalanche is easy to call because people really don't need it, right? The only other POW coin here is Bitcoin Cash at number 15. And y'all know how I feel about the Cash guys, man. I think they've got something great over here. I could totally see this bouncing from 15 to 11. Bitcoin Cash has more value than Cardano because it actually supports Bitcoin, right? Most Bitcoin Cash miners are mining Bitcoin as well. And this is like their reserve. You know, their private reserve is Bitcoin Cash. And they've got people working on getting this implemented in exchanges and in POS systems. So that's why, again, it's fucking epic. You know, POW, but it's just slow. That's all it is. It's just slow, right? What's stopping Bitcoin Cash and XNM from having a baby? I don't know. Chainlink 2, like, who needs that? Shiba, who needs it? Polkadot, like, who the fuck needs that shit? Litecoin, who needs it? Polygon, who needs it, right? As you get further away from the 10, it really lets you know, like, who needs it. We know why people need Tron right now, right? They got the sun pump happening. But you can see how broke crypto is. Motherfuckers couldn't even keep Tron up for 4 weeks, bro. Couldn't even get a month's worth of Tron pump. Sad. Because no one really needs Tron. They only need Tron when they're trying to scam or get an advantage, right? No one's trying to hold Tron, even though it's DPoS, another delegated staking blockchain, right? No value, though. No value. Same with Doge. Don't nobody really give a fuck about no Doge, bro. Don't nobody give a fuck about no Doge, bro. We all know this. So, again, Titan and Zen collabing, low-key, could be one of the most ripple effect things to happen because, again, it's not like Jake is going to do it for Zen. So it's only right for Jack to do it for all. And that's the part of the chess game where if you really are a leader, you don't grow a beard, dog. You go out there and you continue to connect the dots. You know what I'm saying? So I can't believe he really waited until right now to do this because X1's on the way. So, like, that's the scary part about it. It's almost like he let everybody go and play and do whatever, you know, like, la, la, la. Like, yeah, it's like, it's recess, guys. Go out there. Like, if you don't want to go to recess and you want to stay in the bungalow and learn about, like, what we cooking, you can stay in the bungalow. I've been in the bungalow the whole time. Sometimes I popped out, you know, I shot some hoops. Like, yo, take the bait. You know, not SEC. VMPX, you know, zone, you know. Sometimes I went out went out there and I played around, but I didn't stay out there because I know there ain't nothing constructive happening out on recess, bro. Once the bell rings, you got to go back in class. We ahead of you. So that's basically where I see everything that is leading up to everything. Like I mean, that's why it's like, yo, let's look at the Titan price. Like, do you really go and pick up some TitanX? Now that this is like a thing, right? And then the fudders are going to be like, how can you flip-flop? How? Why can't I figure this shit out? Everybody's like, I can't figure this shit out. It's like, this is why you can't figure this shit out. This is the moment to figure this shit out, to swallow the pill. And what will be sad to see is the Titan community sell on their community because they don't want people to seize the opportunity. That's what would be super duper fucked. But what I would tell you then, because, you know, I never talk about Titan, so I'll give you some insight. I'll give you some crypto bruh fucking hopium. Yo, let your community dump on you. I've already seen this before. I'm a Zenian. If they don't believe in Jack and they don't believe that you guys just saw some of the biggest surges ever because he just joined a couple of telegrams. Bro, they couldn't get it past this part. So there's some, I have some of my own TA up in here right now, which is this particular range. What is this? 647. So 6 zeros and a 47. I was watching Titan right here because I was like, yo, I've never seen so much momentum. You got McKinsey posting other shit. You got Crypto Kindness coming back. My whole timeline was flooded of people saying Titan's about to go dumb. Right? But it was all because of Dragon X. And I'm like, oh, man, I've seen this fucking video before. Like, this is the normal rerun. They tell you one thing's going up because another thing is active. And theoretically, it should. But there's not enough liquidity, right? Because you need the Titan to pump the Dragon. So you got to sell the Titan into the Dragon. And that's why when I saw it stomped out right here, I was like, oh, hell nah. Like, we'll see what the community can do to keep going. And then Jack stepped in the chat. And then y'all reached this point right here. This 6 and a 5, 658. So that's a critical zone because that's your bottom. So technically this would be your bottom in Titan. All this right here. This is the recess time. So that's why it would make a lot of sense for their community to piggyback off of this energy, but at the same time, this is like a good setup for someone to sell all their coins and get us all caught up in some hype, as if it's really gonna be like banging, right? And that's why I'm not trying to say go out there and buy some fucking Titan, because I don't know what the fuck is even happening. But if Titan and Zen did make something, and you just happen to have both coins, you know, congratulations. You know, if you just happen to be mining on both sides, like who's you know, who could take that from you? Like you're lit, bro. You have both sides going. Like you didn't have to go and buy it. You know, that's kind of why it's cool. It's kind of, that's why it's like a reminder for myself. Like it's like, yo, you know, maybe you should just mine a little bit of it. So you had mints coming out in the middle of speculation. So you don't have to buy it. You don't have to do anything. You just fucking say, I got the coins already. And that's really that's what crypto is all about. You never catch pumps, bro. They just happen because you happen to have the coins every single time. Right. And that's why I'm maxing. I'm maxing out on Zen because I honestly think this might be the best coin to have out of every narrative of that. Like it's the most post-quantum one. Like when you really think about it, because like how I talk about Titan and like the community dumping because they don't want to see Jack get involved, because that was the whole point, was to get him out so they could drive their boat. But you know, it's open sourced, somewhat open sourced. You know, the contract's open source, so you can build with a Titan token, but you can't actually see the Titan program. So yeah, it's somewhat open source. And that somewhat open sourceness is your ownership as a Titan user. You know, even though you can't see your code in the background, you can call the address and you can burn it. You know, so that's kind of like your control system in Titan. Is there's always going to be free burn. No one can tell you what you can and cannot burn for because they put it in the contract. I mean, unless we live in a world where all of a sudden we're going to see like burn blockers and shit. I don't know if that's possible. I don't think you can do that, but maybe it's possible. Maybe somebody can invent it where it's like a DApp is created and you DDoS the burn or something, so no one can burn anything, and it just like makes everybody waste their money and shit. That would be nuts. But yeah, see, again, that's when I go back to this whole thing in Zen. Zen is 0 games, 8 years, 400 lines of code, no pre-allocated coins, no fucking anything, just Zen. You know, no reason to burn, because X1 chain is coming out. Man, I saw the dumbest thing earlier. I'm going to bring it up because this shit was ridiculous. I had to put it in the chat over here. See, this is what I mean, though. DXN is also fueling this hypothesis for me. So you guys know, like, I fucked with DXN. I don't fucks with this so much anymore. And it's because, like, again, there's just too much extra stuff going on that help remind me, like, okay, maybe not everybody is pro making the world a better place, if you get what I'm saying. Like, crypto is very special. It's a very special gift to understand. You feel me? It's beyond just like, I understand smart contracts. Like I said, I can use my knowledge with an AI and I could create a pseudo anonymous world and go out there and really start to, you know, be who I should be, which is someone that's producing programs, right? But I've been incubating. Again, everyone's out at recess. I'm fucking in the classroom, chilling with Jack Levin, learning what everyone's getting ready to come back into the classroom and learn, right? So for me personally, I'm like, okay, maybe I don't build yet. I've been wanting to build so bad and release, but yeah, it doesn't really matter if you don't know what you're doing or where your journey is taking you, or like how you're trying to even cultivate experience, because this is a powerful tool. Like the more respect you put behind the tool, the more it's going to get back to you. Right. And that's why, again, listening to or reading some of these things on Telegram remind me how out the loop some people are. So like this one, for instance, actually a Pulse chain fork would be better than a Solana fork for X1 chain. Crying face. Now, this is the danger of following the wrong crowd of individuals, right? If you follow the wrong crowd of individuals in crypto, they might tell you something and you might believe it. Because anyways, I mean, because I'm never going to believe this shit, because I know the history. And why would the fuck would you fork Pulse chain? That's the most... But again, a lot of people have stake in the chain, so they're going to come up with anything in their brain to like make it make sense, right? And to them, it makes more sense to fork Solana. I mean, to fork Pulse chain than actually Solana itself, even though Pulse chain is nowhere to be seen in the top 10, right? And then I read this one today, like, I'm like, bro, what the fuck? So someone was like, X1, or not X1, but DXN will make Zen deflationary. Like, X1 is imaginary. Jack says it's ready. So he's telling us he is setting up the next best thing in crypto, and he hangs out with Titty Degens while the next best thing since sliced bread is ready. Give me a break. Grifter's gonna grift, right? I got that from the DXN chat, man. They might as well just kick my bitch ass out, because I mean, like, every in there, like, I was just telling Og, I was like, man, I might need to stop looking at these chats, bro, because the IQ level be so like out of this world for me. Like, yo, it's like X1 won't burn more Zen than DXN. Like, are you dumb? Like, DXN is scraping to get to 10 trillion right now, and again, Zen is at its lowest, gas is at its lowest, so shouldn't people be burning for DXN like crazy, right? So my whole theory on the DXN, and shout outs Roz, you know, I can't, like I've always told everybody, you cannot take away the fact that DXN was the first mover, but we do know now that they blatantly stole. I know two facts. I know one fact that they didn't know about Zen, and that someone brought him in. And that's how DXN started. Because remember, it was D-Box, and they basically sampled code from their email to make the Zen contract. So like, yeah, none of it was ever strategic. That's why like, it's all by the grace of the cloud. We've been cruising on the cloud, and again, Zen came out when Roz and his team had some great code. Jack explained next, and that shit sounded like their code, and they were like, yo, this is easy to deploy. And at the time, it's 2022. Like, nobody knew how to use the burn. We just saw it in the contract, and we're like, okay, you can use this to burn things, right? It wasn't like in 2022 we had Clyde, you know, where I could drop in a smart contract and be like, hey, can you tell me how I burn redeem works? Cool. Can you build a contract to burn those coins? Like, imagine if we had this tech 2 years ago. This is tech, right? And if you don't know how to prompt it, that's because you're out on recess right now, and you're going to learn, though. You're going to come back, you're going to fucking learn. And that's why I'm ahead of the curve, bro. We're ahead of the curve already. Yeah, burning dab's coming soon. And that's why, again, I had made a joke earlier where I said, what if DXN is just taking on the legacy of the first one? Because there's going to be many. So when you're creating a product, here's some free game. When you create a product, you know you're going to need an array of options for your user or your customer. Most customers don't come for just one thing, unless you are a Nike. But even then, it's like I picked Nike because I know sports, right? But I just got into running, and it's like I'm not going to always maybe pick Nike now, because in the running world, there's some better just running brands. Not all brands maybe need to have everything, right? Maybe not everything is built to be like that. And that's kind of like when I'm out with DXN, like maybe DXN is too spread out, and it did sample too much of the Zen ethos without being actual Zen. You know what I'm saying? That's like Titan. Titan might have sampled too much of the Zen ethos without actually being Zen. And now when Zen shows up, it's like, oh, what's up, everybody? How you guys doing? Oh, you thought I wasn't going to show up again? Like, you thought you were just going to burn me and shit on me, and now I'm here. Like, and now everyone's shocked. And all the new people seem to be like, oh, my God, there's hope all of a sudden. Isn't that kind of crazy that it works out that way? I haven't seen Tomo in a hell of a long time. Soon as we started talking about Titan, my dude shows up. Hope is in the building. Hope is in the building. Why can't anybody else do that for their motherfucking dap, dog? There is no hopium in Zen, in DB Zen, and it's because of their users. There's no hope in Titan. It's because of their users. Like, it's crazy. Like, those that hold the bag are not positive about it, right? So, like, that's why, again, in Zen, we're not only changing the way that you distribute fair principles to the masses, we're also changing the way you cultivate your community. Okay, and this is something that will be studied, how we started this all. I'm even trying to study how they did Bitcoin, but it was horribly documented. I think Zen might also be pretty shitty the way that we've documented it, but it's still, you know, if you've been around, you've been around. Maybe you can find a historian, you know, if you're brand new. But yeah, I think like maybe the next thing, because I don't think X1 is the end game. I've already had this talk with Jack and multiple other people. Like, it can't be, because we're still not able to focus. Again, like, it's as if we can do everything under the sun. The chain can only do so much. I've got a future where you live on chain, like your identity's on chain, and then Jack's got a future where the chain is fast, and it has nothing to do with your identity, right? I've even had a vision where there's a chain that is like a turbo system where, you know, like, it's like you ping this chain and it acts as like a turbo on an engine, or like NOS on an engine, where like you really need a transaction to go through, and like there's this fast ass chain for that, in the mix of a bunch of other chains. Because yeah, again, we're getting to a very weird moment where everything is about rollback or the ZK roll up type shit. And they're going hard with this. That's why Ethereum and Bitcoin have no, like, they're free falling right now. Like, theoretically right now in the price, or in the, like, that's why I make this joke. But yo, Bitcoin could totally go backwards right now on everybody. And it would suck. People would be like, holy, what? I didn't expect this to come in. And it's like, yeah, it rolled back because we're too fragmented away from the original vision. And BlackRock wants to own all of the coins. And they can see where the coins are. 38. If we go to 38, is it popping? Look at the RSI, right? The all-time high of this year was already there, right? In March. If you didn't sell in March and walk away, you know, you're playing the game of like, we're gonna go higher, but it already happened. In crypto, you only get one fucking pump a year. You don't get three. You get some smaller ones in the middle. But that's why most people are still hodled here. They hodled here. They hodled here. And they're going to hodl right fucking here. So, you know, you only get one. And it's usually that first one. That's why I like looking at thinner charts, or like newer charts, because those are things that we see. That's why in the Titan world, I am very curious if, we're going to see some sellers, because they don't like that that Jack is stepping in and bringing hopium. The only way they can bring it back is if they drop the price and then everybody stops looking at it again. Which is so crazy. Like, yo, it's like the group that's like the most influenced by Jack, they invited him in. That's like super crazy. And then now they can't get enough of him. Matty Allen actually hooked y'all up. He's the one that invited Jack. He's the one. He might have been the one that saw that, we got the email of a Googler. We got to get this guy involved. If you know, you know. If you don't know where that joke lives, if we've got an email. You're very new to crypto in this space. But yeah. Who's to say that that's not the real FUD on this whole situation? All right, let me shut the fuck up. Titan contract is visible on chain. Oh, I think what it was though is the V1 isn't visible. Remember, Steve? What up, Steve? Remember like when V1 came out, no one could see anything, and then they made V2. So, and a lot of it lives in V2. Thanks to Crypto Bruh, I started mining XENBLOCKs. What's up, Crypto Jake? Hell yeah. That's the up, though. See, you know what I mean? Like, I could talk about XENBLOCKs all day because that's the up. Like, that's the like, you want to get ahead of everybody, start mining XENBLOCKs today, right? But right now, everybody's here. And this, I think, again, it's important we come back sometimes to Earth to remind ourselves, like, how far behind our colleagues are. Like, we need everybody in this thing. Like, it can't just be the big brains. And that's what Jack was always reminding, at least myself, is that, like, we're going to get hyper extended away from everyone. We're going to go to Mars, and we're going to need to come back to the trenches to, like, remind everybody, like, where we can go. Because it's just part of this, like, the cycle of life. Like, not everybody is on the right cycle. And sometimes you need time in between those cycles so that you can really influence those people correctly. So, again, I don't know what's going to happen here, right? I'm just here too because I'm seeing it's some good gas right now and some good hopium. And this could have potentially be the bottom of Titan. And if it is, then it sucks because they waited for Jack to show up instead of just pumping it like their own community. And we're just going to see more FUD, you know, like the FUD is just going to get even more intense. Like if it goes crazy parabolic, like everybody can blame Jack because they're like, see, he came in, he pumped our bags, and like you didn't sell, and he didn't tell you to sell, and you know, like it's just gonna, you know, be the same rotation of how FUDders FUD. But this looks like Bitcoin, where you go to the top of something, right? Or like, you see what I mean, like a Bitcoin cycle, like you go up, there's a top, and then that's it. Everything after that is never gonna achieve where that was. So that's why, again, it's like, yo, this top could be Jack's influence on Titan if it just dumps. And I would say if you're a TitanX person, you need to instantly fuck your head up and try your best to get everybody to rally behind this idea that it's the community dumping, we need to get the coins. Maybe I'll join if you can do that. That's the hardest part, bro. We already did it though on CBZen, so I know it's possible. Let's talk about CBZen. What's up, Brian? Can I burn my Zen Doge too? You still got that shit? Damn. I'm like literally going to be your X liquidity TitanX guys. Rolando. I'm going to be the, yeah, now it's like the real Zenians are over here scratching our nips. Like, are we supposed to be exit liquidity for some of the TitanX people to get out? But I think also too, like, some people made a good relationship on this, that like there's so many Zenians in TitanX that are just very like they're using it as this, like, I'm gonna make a play, like this is my casino. Like, I've heard that so many times. The psychology on TitanX being someone's casino is just like, that's like the normal regurgitated statement, like, oh, I'm in it for the green candle. So like, knowing that, like, I know a lot of people will probably take profits into Zen because we're still at we're like at the best point in our chart, and we still haven't sold off, and gas is at 9. I told y'all motherfuckers, we need to price in that cheap gas, and if people don't sell their Zen, they're keeping it. Like, no one is gonna just sell their Zen and send us to these lower levels, because why would they do that when they know they can't buy it back? Because gas is your enemy. And we know that this whole like FUD spree, if you're really in crypto, you know this FUD spree is gonna end and people will get back into Ethereum because it's already got an ETF. It's already approved by Earth. It's a go. Like, fuck your ideology. Literally, it's a go. All of it is. So you know, to start being like, I need to liquidate all my Ethereum is like the dumbest late shit. You in recess, bro. Get your head in the classroom before you start liquidating everything. Like, you're still outside. Like, maybe Polygon's giving you a reason to liquidate their Polygon, but Ethereum, not so much. And that's why, again, Zen is a reflection of Ethereum's system state. It uses the physics of gas to produce coins. So the gas can work as a resistance band, where if at one point, like Yosef had posted yesterday or 2 days ago was the highest day of G rank inflation on ETH Zen. So let's go to ZenPub. Man, he dropping hella stats right now too at that. Oh, and I gotta make a correction. So on ZenPub 2, Yosef let me know that the XENBLOCKs miner stats are actually connected directly to the ledger of XENBLOCKs. So it just uses a 60-minute refresh to make sure that, you know, all the data is calculated, but it's ripping everything off chain. So that I just gotta make sure I throw that out there, because he's doing the hard work. I only like DBZen posts when it's coming from Yosef, because it is amazing. You know, it's not like I'm trying to discredit them. That's why I cannot believe they're not building on amazing work. I feel like there's something missing there for how amazing this is, which makes me be like, so who's going to burn? Which DApp is coming out that's about to burn more than 9 trillion? Right? And we already know what DApp it is. We already know. Solana. Can't believe people don't think this shit's coming out. The biggest DApp of Zen's ecosystem. It's never coming out. You better go press mine on the Prime Miner. That shit coming out. Look at this, working perfectly right here. Let's climb the leaderboard. Actually, I don't know if this is working right now. I might need to refresh my page. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so I can't believe it, you know. But we'll see where it goes. But this is pretty epic right here. Right here, this one. In the last month, we're going to read this real fast. So in the last month, the biggest Zen minting day was August 31st, 2024, with users claiming 96,642 Zen ranks, bro. The C rank go dumb. And even then, to think about, there was only 96. That's great. Whew, man, that shit could be like 200. Imagine 200,000. So this was one of the biggest days, because everybody in the Zen world knew what time it was because gas was so low. Imagine when it's not Zen world and it's everybody in the world. Do you think this 96,000 is just a blip on the map right now? And to think how he didn't even break it down further. How many wallets made this is what I would like to see too, because that would even show you even more Zen dominance. If one, or let's say like 10 wallets is producing majority of this fucking C rank, that lets you know everyone. Because imagine, there's only 10 people. The world got billions of people in it. Like, why are you interacting with Zen, bro? This shit's dead. So I already know what time it is. I ain't fucking dumb. Shout outs. Percentage of block with Zen. Percentage blocks with Zen. I wonder what that is. Percentage blocks with Zen. So I wonder if like that's, I wonder what that means. But yeah, that G rank right here is crazy, man. And for me personally, like I said, I've been analyzing G rank. A lot of people don't understand it. And when that kind of stuff happens, we're looking at CBs and, you know, it's doing its damn thing. And, you know, the supply is going up, but liquid supply is going down. Motherfuckers are staking. And that's what it's all about. You want to see inflation head up, and you want to see staking move with that, right? These two things are a plus positive if they work together. But if everybody isn't staking and they're staying liquid, that's like old school Zen. Or like that's like not how you use it, if that makes any sense. CB Zen is a look into the future. So in the future, people will use Zen more like CB Zen, where they're staking it because the C rank doesn't generate enough Zen to produce actual net yield. Your net yield might come from in the form of a stake, and we're already seeing this too. ZenPub is, make sure you follow ZenPub, bro. But he posted this too, that there are people using the staking feature to their advantage, right? Look at this one right here. So mint 10 billion Zen worth $783 for $2.63, and just wait 30 days instead of mining 4x 128 VMU. So four max mint Zenterions and waiting 465 days. All you needed was 996 billion liquid Zen worth 73,000. Stake it for 13% APY. So yeah, this is where we are now. The gains are going to be made from the stakers, because the pumping of the G rank is only for those that are looking for that advantage. And again, I don't believe that that's an advantage, pumping G rank. Because again, if you pump the G rank, you're just locking in difficulty for everybody that came before you. So you'll see that right here. Like I had just explained this shit, so it's so awesome that it's fucking happening in real time. If y'all remember what I was saying, this is working just like the white paper said it was going to work. It's working on a delta or a log-based log2 rhythmic scale, right? So every time someone makes a G rank or C rank, a certain amount of G ranks or a certain amount of C ranks moves the max term, right? And then the term goes up. So the G rank theoretically is governing the max terms. And the more C ranks we make, so the more mints we create, more VMUs we create, the more we add to the G rank, the higher the days go. So right now you can see here, 973,000 C ranks to go before this jumps up to 469 from 468. So the everything everything is working correctly, and this is where we see our big bangs. Okay, if you're in Zen, you want to be minting before the bang, right? You theoretically don't want to be coming in from recess reading this stat right here. Like if you woke up this morning and read this and you're not minting, this is what you want to mint for, okay? Because anybody who got their mint in before all of this happened is going to have more Zen than everybody after this point, right? Because the only way to get more now is to add more days, because the G rank is going up. So you got to add more days, right? Or you got to add more VMUs. So more VMUs or more days. More VMUs leads to more days. And that's why you see, again, like I was saying, I wonder how many of these 96,000 C ranks are actually coming from a how many like wallets created it, because that would let us know like who understands, because they understand. All right, so I want you to see where this is how you know X1 chain is getting close too. Peep how the G rank is kind of like wavy right here. It's like like it had like, it was like, going like this. And then all of a sudden now, because gas is so low and speculation is so high, we're actually seeing the aggressive rise in the G rank like this. From 23, you see that 900 over almost 800,000 C ranks created. And it's in a span of a month, boy. All right? That's insane. In the span of a month, because gas went down and X1 speculation is high. So how the hell is Zen dead? Like, I just don't get it. Like, how people can still say, yo, Zen is dead. It's like, yo, they pumping the G rank for no fucking reason. Like, like if Zen is dead, the G rank needs to die, but the G rank keeps climbing. So is it dead? Or are they bamboozling those that don't understand, and they want you to think like Jack Levin's a scammer, and he's like, now he's stepping into TitanX and just, oh shit, like, oh, everywhere that guy goes, everything dies. I'm trying to figure out who these people are, bro. Like, I live in America. Obviously, these people do not live in America, that are like on the opposition. So I'm super curious to like, are we like in a bigger battle right now where we really are moving towards global adoption, and the language barrier is gonna start getting smaller and smaller, and we're gonna see a larger and larger community, because people won't be like relying on like someone that speaks their language to tell them about Zen, because they can see that there's something happening here, right? The G rank is going up, a natural way to see something's happening here. Staking is going up, a natural way to see something's happening here. The floor will not implode. An easy way to see that something's happening here. And now Jack is talking some bullshit, possibly giving hopium. Something's about to happen here. You know, we don't know what's going to happen, but it's getting ready to. And again, if you're not minting, you don't get to reap the benefits. And if you're not minting before the surge, you really don't get to reap the benefits. So it's very important, again, to be mining when it's the lowest gas, to be believing in Zen, you know, and trying to get the message out, because it doesn't make any sense for you to be buying the recess pump of everybody coming back into the classroom and you were in the classroom the whole time. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want anybody to get, you know, left on that shit. And that's why, again, we're mining Zen blocks for that reason. Zen blocks save Zen. A lot of people left Zen, but a lot of intelligent users in Zen switched cadence, moved to Zen blocks, and have started, again, the security side of X1 chain, because you cannot secure a chain from one point of entry, which is the Zen coin. That was not possible. So many people game the system. And then they dumped on everybody, and people still fuck with them. That's why I just don't understand. Like, do y'all not see what Jack did to a lot of the game? They thought they had it figured out until they met that fool. And I'm still trying to figure out how he was able to do this. You know what I mean? Like, how was he really able to influence these users to bring Zen into existence? Because they didn't, like, all these people who shit on Zen now, like, they did not have to tap in. Because right now you can also relate it to like how much is happening in crypto. Why aren't those people tapped into something new if they knew everything was like if they were the ones, right? Like, when I first found Zen, I thought it was stupid because of the people who were promoting it, right? And then like I was like, oh, this is just a scam. Or, you know, Zen with the Z or without the Z, like Zen spelt with a Z, bro. Like, y'all got me fucked up, right? But that was before I knew that in tech X was special, and that was actually before even I knew about like again, I didn't know X was special in tech, and then I learned about it, and then I started to research about it, and then I really learned X is important in tech. And that's why I was like, yo, the only way that Jack could be ahead of everyone on this is if he's really from Silicon Valley. Because that I worked in tech my whole life. Like, the only way to know these niche things about tech is to be in. And that's why, again, I feel like this right here, to this pump right here in Zen, was the bait. And everybody took it. And they had to ride this bitch all the way till here. And if you remember, Zen's moving really fast. Remember, FTX pump, DB's Zen pump of xeNFTs, and then DB Zen, right? That's the three main events. Gas is high. We can burn Zen. We can burn Zen for programs like this, right? So Zen has never really been the same ever since this all-time high. And again, this whole part right here was everybody going to recess. Even me, like, I stopped mining Zen and I started focusing on DB Zen, and I lost the plot. That's why going back to Zen blocks helped me re-establish my plot in this ecosystem. Like, where do I really see myself and my expertise, which is distribution. And it might not live in Zen because Zen is for everyone. The distribution of it should be random, and it should take on, you know, this thing where we look at the G rank and we're just like, it's like weather, like, damn, it's 87 degrees outside, you know, like that type of shit. Like, you just look at the G rank and you just go, damn, somebody invented 100,000 C ranks. How is Zen dead? You know, and then you just continue your day. Like, that's how it should be, right? It shouldn't be like, it should be the reverse of how the world works, where usually you go and check a price and then you're like, damn, I need to think about my finances, right? Or something like, oh, I need to think about moving these coins. But like in Zen world, you just pay attention to the G rank, and as long as this continues to be positive, you know people are bringing inflation in. So then the next question after that is just simply, what is the best dApp for Zen, and it's the blockchain. It's X1 chain. That's why nobody is selling their coins. Nobody is burning their coins. That's why they stopped burning for DBZen a long time ago. They stopped burning for xeNFTs a long time ago, right? They stopped burning for Phoenix a long time ago. Every fucking person with Zen is waiting for X1 chain, right? And that's why I've already started to switch the way the show is happening over here, where we're endorsing staking, right? Where we're looking at liquid supply minus the staked supply and really trying to discover, do people believe in Zen, or are they just holding this shit until X1 comes out, right? And that's why I've created a good case study that CBZen is our look into the future, because no other coin has been able to offer us this look in, even down to DXN. You could almost say, why hasn't DXN burned more Zen? Like 9 trillion's not enough. We got 137 trillion tokens. You mean to tell me this didn't even burn 10% of the supply yet? Right? It could get to that level of us being like, what the fuck? But we're not like that, because it's just amazing in general that it happened. Right? But I do think we see a future where people are competing with the best burn dApp, which will be X1 chain. And can you get people to take their Zen coins and burn them with you? You know, or are you just going to burn a certain amount and that's the end, you know? And that's why, again, in CBZen, what we're enjoying in our data analysis is this theory that one day users will only be able to inflate the supply using stake supply. So there will be an opportunity to buy majority of the coins off of the DEX for yourself, right? Even me personally, the DCA into CBZen has been painful, and I'm going to keep doing it. I am so tempted to just like, give me. But I know that's not smart, because a bunch of people will bring their inflation. But at the same time, I really am okay, so like this is the thing now. Like CBZen is it. We're landing there. We're expanding there very soon. And the thing about that expansion pack is that I really want to make something that helps with the liquidity on base. So it needs to be something that answers all those questions. It burns in, it helps with LP on base, and then again, it feeds in to the participation on base, because again, the game on base and side chains will be to have the most Zen for staking inflation, right? Because these chains will probably die once staking APY is gone, which is 2026. So by 2026, you'll only be able to make 2%. And then those that are here will stay here. Those that are done with the gains, they'll be gone, right? And that's kind of why, again, I'm not betting on all the Zens to stay present. I'm just betting on a few of them to last the runway, which is 2030. By 2030, I don't think everything Zen is going to be everything Zen, right? I think there'll be some that made it and some that flopped. And it'll be like really on you as a user to identify these differences, so that you're not involved in a flopper, right? But that's why it's hard for me to speak for anything that's not Ethereum, because I'm not an insider. Like if I was an insider on Pulse Chain, bruh, I would have all the gas. I thought I was an insider on Avalanche. Pfft. No one is. Only Emin. Only Emin's an insider on Avalanche. Damn it. Any news on what up, Tree City West? What up, Dank? But any news on Bitmaps? I actually haven't looked at Bitmaps in a long time. Let's go to Magic Eden. Magic Eden's getting ready to do an airdrop though. And I got some coins. I got some, what do they call them? Some diamonds. I got some diamonds. So I'm waiting for them to drop their coin. But Bitmaps Bitmaps in general is failed. Bitcoin. I don't think it's gonna be able to recover. Now I hold on to, like, I have 2 left, and I had so many Bitmaps and I sold them all. Pretty much I kept 2. And the thing about Bitmaps that crushed it was, again, like the the world of Bitcoin didn't get behind it, right? The world of Bitcoin treated bitmaps as just like a meme, when bitmaps could have been one of the, like, they could have taken on a Zen thing where it said, hey, we're utilizing the physics of Bitcoin to create a new way of tagging value, right? The value that's being tagged here is the blocks, right? But there is nothing left after that. It's just, we're tagging blocks, and so far their community hasn't been able to identify what is exactly being tagged. So that's why bitmaps is going to take forever to bounce back, because what the fuck are we tagging? Like, it's not even a photo, you know, it's something, but it's nothing at the same time. So bitmaps just very organic. It's kind of like something that's going to always be there. People will remember it. It's activatable. That's why I keep the bitmaps that I have, because I do believe that those bitmaps that I currently have could be special if their community learns how to get reactivated. So I'm not going to sleep on like not having no bitmaps, because the world, like I keep saying, this behavioral based things in crypto, everybody just reactivates themselves when they get the word. They typically get the word after the fact, you know. The only way to get the word is to discover, damn, this is the way it's heading. Like how when we got into bitmaps, it was just too easy to realize, yo, everybody's going to try to mine a bitmap until it matches the blocks. So you might as well get into bitmaps, because one day people will battle for the blocks, and you'll see if that can keep it fun. But no one made a game for it. You could have made a simple slot machine game that's based on blocks, and I pay a little satoshis and I get a bitmap, right? And it's all slot based, just like Prime Miner, right? Prime Miner is a prime example of the simplicity of coding. Like, this is very simple, right? All it's doing is hashing a little bit of a little bit of data, and adding all that data together in a hash, and then telling you if the hash is a prime, and then you get a fucking reward. So I don't see why Bitmap couldn't do this, but then I can, because they don't have Jack Levin, right? They don't have anybody running or leading the industry that's telling them this is maybe an approach we need to take. And I've already said this multiple times about Jack, that I think he's running with no direction, and that he's always had this planned, but never had the users. And now that he has the users, it's not that we're surprised, it's that he's well prepared for our existence. And I respect him for that, for making sure that, like, if I'm existing in this world, I'm up to date. And there's like, you know, I haven't yet been behind the pack. I've always been ahead of the pack, and everyone catches up to me. Like this Titan thing. It's like, yo, everyone's catching back up because the hero has entered the chat. And to me, like, it's like, damn, man, like, I hope people really see it like that, and don't just see it as like, wow, he supports us. It's like, he does, but he's just a hero trying to remind you to support yourself as well. So make sure you do both, you know. Don't just support the things you're into. Make sure they make sense to you, and maybe, you know, express them out. Like, I can literally talk about Zen outside with many people, and the pitch is getting easier. It's on 13 different chains, and it's built on Ethereum physics. Yeah, I stole that from Jack Levin, though. We once, upon a time ago, were talking in real time, and he said, like, him and Zensu were looking at the physics of Ethereum, and then they were looking at gas. And I was like, oh, man, that was kind of smart. Yeah, that's a smart way to think about it. Like, if you're going to make a coin, why not just look at the physics of the blockchain and say, where can we grab something out of this, right? That's like runes in Bitcoin. They figured out a way to grab a piece of the Bitcoin. In that way, anybody working with the runes or creating rune stones, they essentially like forked a new chain into existence using hashes, right? They all live on the Bitcoin network, but they're hashed in their own little special, you know, calling mechanism. Oh man, that's why I don't know if that's why I'm bullish on runes, but you see how much, like, how much they have to take care of. Like, I don't think that's the future of crypto. I don't think one brand takes care of human. I think human uses all brand, and if you can't provide service, we're naturally going to stop using you, right? Like, remember that thing, like Stanley Steamer, the carpet cleaner? Like, do people even have carpet anymore? Like, so everybody just moved to fucking not carpet just in case if a flood happens. You never know when something's gonna get flooded in this future. It's better to have hardwoods or tile. That's how it seems. Like, everybody's crib I walk into, very rare do I see a fucking carpet floor. But yeah, that's kind of like my whole theory on the Bitcoin thing right now is Bitcoin is suffering from their own ideology right now. So this is a cleanse for Bitcoin, and what a better time to get into Bitcoin and again, get ahead of the, not be in recess, worried about how high the price is going to go, get in the classroom saying, yo, if Bitcoin really does go to 38, 40, what ordinals am I swooping? Right? Quantum Cats is still sitting here at 0.2 BTC. Shit. Node monkeys too. So if you really learn, most of these top ordinal projects are actually VC funded. So that these people like Opcat, they talk people into giving them money to do this type of stuff. So there is probably a 5-year contract for some of these ordinals. And that's why, again, if they really do have contracts and things like that with VCs, you probably want to swoop when it's when it's fuddy, right? When there's fear, uncertainty, and doubt, like, you probably want to be swooping. So imagine if Bitcoin dropped a few more and then people started to really be like, oh, I got to offload these Opcats. And you swoop on for like nothing. Because you're just paying attention to shit. You just happen to be around. You're just like, yo, I've been waiting for everybody to rug pull themselves. Right? And that's like Zen. We learned this in Zen because every single chart is a self rug, because we got the coins first. Like, why didn't we hold them? Right? And most people, they don't want to hold them. They want to make their ROI. So they go and they put the coins back on the decks, and they're just sitting there. Right? Just sitting there waiting for someone to come and buy them. So why wouldn't this tactic come from somewhere, right? I've also have this tinfoil hat theory that Jack knew everything was going to go to zero, and he knew that this, because he's saying it right now, we wanted everything to go to zero. I like tweeted that. Let's go bring that tweet up real quick. I had tweeted. That Jack wanted everything to go to zero. Man, this Super Dap by Joe Blau is going to be so tight. I can't believe I haven't reposted this shit. Joe Blau is the guy. He's going to make something in crypto that everybody's going to fucking use, and I believe him. He's the one, though. He's the one with the power. He's got the power. But what did I post? Oh, yeah, this is huge for Base. Did y'all see this? Doodles is getting ready to release their NFTs on Base coming soon. Lil Yachty and Lil Wayne NFTs, man. Never doubt. Yeah, it's like, this is fire, bro. Like, we living in the future. They're getting better at this celebrity thing. But this is where I think we do go. Like, I think we go on chain. And I see Base really pushing this narrative of like, yo, copyright with us. That's kind of where it's headed. And that's why, again, we're not at the end game, guys. There's going to be other blockchains that come out and say copyright with me. I'm also already aware of this. Again, I'm not out at recess. I'm building something because I can also see, hey, maybe there might be value in inviting creators to come and copyright with you. Right? Like Base. That's all Base is asking. Come build with us. That's basically all this, because they got it's not like come build on Titan, you know. Titan doesn't have any aspirations to really build for the planet Earth. It's just like a Titan thing, which is fine, you know. But that's kind of why, again, I'm paying attention to how Base is really pushing this narrative to the planet. Hey, maybe you want to build on Base with our services. You know, we got Doodles. We're gonna have little Tucci and little Yachty on our chain. You feel me? Like, they know what they're doing over there. They know. But where's this thing at that I posted? Damn, I posted this shit a long time ago, I guess. Oh, it's right here. So Jack has said, as long as the token doesn't exchange hands, we can launch at any time. In terms of strategy, we actually want to launch with tokens priced low and move higher over time, not launch with a bang and sell off like blast. Right? So that's why I feel like as if we're priced in a lot of inflation. And then when we look at, like, again, how the behavior of the community is, where no one is just selling their ETH, but they sell their side chains, that lets you know, like, in my opinion, that everybody's on the same understanding that you want to hold your Zen and wait for this strategy to come into play, because this strategy doesn't need anyone. This is Jack's strategy, and Jack made Zen. So at any moment in time, if it's as low as it can get, it can go up, because he can say, all right, X1's live. And then a bunch of y'all are just going to run in every single time. Every single time. I see why the fudders are mad, because I'm like, fuck, man, why do they run in every time? This whole, like, hey, watch Jack go and bless PTGC next. I'm going to put that shit in his ear. I'm like, yo, bro, go make memes with that coach dude. Go let him know you good and you're gonna pick up some of his coins. Go tell him, Jack. Keep fucking him up. But yeah, that's what I mean. Like, see, in Titan, you don't have that narrative. Like, you don't have this narrative that you're burning towards, like, an X1, you know, or you're burning towards some sort of blockchain that's gonna introduce something, you know, something the world needs. Like I'm saying, Base is already telling y'all, pull the fuck up, release it now in Base, right? And even Solana, Moonshot, all of them, they're saying, come to our chain, copyright with us. So why wouldn't X1 be the same approach? Hey, you got ideas? Come over to X1 chain, copyright with us. Look at how giant our network is of users, and you don't even need to worry about tokens, because we started with token users, right? It's not like we're moving backwards. We're giving the tokens to people and hoping that they got experience, right? In this strategy, the tokens all start at 0, which every token already is, for Zen at least. Shit, in XNM, the token don't even exist outside of the blockchain. Like, it doesn't get any more 0 than this. I'm literally spending money on coins that I can't even send around. Right? Like, this is the prime example of starting at 0. Like, if you're mining XENBLOCKs, you are the one creating the supply, and you'll be the first one to be able to sell as everybody comes in with demand. Right? And there's some people who say, hey, I'm going to sell all my XNM once demand is available. And I'm like, okay. You know, like, all right. Like, don't you know that's the security coin for X1 chain, like the end game, where, like, all the coins started at 0, and now they're going to start to price in the value of the chain, and XNM is already the security coin, where, like, it's like you don't need to price in the value. It's already an XNM, but majority of the users can't fathom that. They'll be like, nah. If Zen's not expensive, X1 can't be expensive. And I don't know why they won't be able to detach those two things. I think it's just like a learning or understanding of how chains work, or blockchain in general. But I think I'm feeding on that. Like, I'm actually feeding on this theory that people don't know why X1 exists. And that's why, again, it's smart for me to hold CBZen, because by the time they realize it, they're going to come for my bag. Because, like, then you really won't be able to get it on a cheap chain. Right? Gas, oh my God, gas is at 15. Damn. Talk about missing a fucking opportunity if you didn't mint any Zen. Bro, that shit was nothing. What's happening? Let's go see what's happening on chain right now. It's that FUD. Everybody's worried that Bitcoin's about to tip over. We all know it's going to tip over, though. So that's why I don't understand why, like, everybody's worried. Like, we know it's going to happen. It's like clear that like it's not gonna break past this 200. It's just too much sell pressure. It's more likely to break down. So the bots are probably turning on right now to catch this FUD trade. You could tell people right now that it's going to pump to the 200 on both Bitcoin and Ethereum, and it's going to break out, and that would be a nice gain for a lot of people. Right now I'm looking at the daily. Yeah, so hanging out underneath the 200, this is like a perfect trade to, you know, again, let people know like, hey, we're not going anywhere. I guess you should draw a fib off of this top here. I guess you could just do some simple shit like that and just go to this bottom one. And what I like to do with my fibs, so I'm a weirdo because again I just trade for gas related theories. Like I don't trade because I want to make money. Like, we make money on chain and around the chain. With the chain, we make money with the chain. So only reason I do wicks is the only reason I say TA a wick is because a lot of people are looking at the wick. But if you want to do your own TA, you typically want to TA where it closes. But yeah, like this is looking at Sol, like even in Sol world, like right where this downtrend is right now is right where Sol could go and just like get stomped out. Right there. So yeah, this could like totally like, see where the 200 is. Like this could totally just go up here and just bink, fucking, and it just like die because it's like, oh yeah, it looked good, but the thing is they're lining it up so it looks good to those not doing the research, right? And then the gas is the reflection of the trading bots feeding on your noobness, right? Banana gun straight to the top, USDC straight to the top. You know what I'm saying? Whatever contract this is, straight to the top. What is this? God damn. G-Stamp says Q is hella slept on. I think people are sleeping on Q because they're smarter and they get like that they got to wait for everybody to sell. Q would have been Q is on its own island now because it also did the wrong thing. It should have burned Zen. Like if this is a video game and the game changes if you choose a certain, like if this is an RPG, right? And and if I press a certain response, it sends me down a certain type of game play. I think that's what happened with Q. It suffered the Titan, like it not only did it shit on TitanX and it made it so that it alienated itself from the Titan community, but it also didn't repurpose itself to burn Zen. So it alienated itself also from the real Zen community to like talk about it and like look at it, because realistically we know where this is headed. So I mean, it is slept on, but it's slept on because it needs to sell off and it needs to purify itself in the form of a sell off, and it's just not gonna get there just yet. That's why there's only 7 transactions. You know, that's why there's only 2 ETH, because there's just not enough people in this alienated scenario to go and trade. I mean, you even look at DXN, you would almost say like DBZen would have been better off just leaving it with DXN, because this far into the future the DXN contract has more trades daily, so that's obviously where everybody really is. So that's just something you got to remind yourself of, like. And even then, when you look at it, like everyone's over here, it can't even get a solid pump past the 72 because there's so much fucking sell pressure. Because again, I told you DXN is controlled by those that keep playing it, and they must have a really small IQ because they just are alienating themselves. And like their whole, it's like everything about what is DXN right now is just like so depressing, because it's like, damn, man, like y'all really had LeBron James on your team and you just couldn't win a championship, not even one. You know, damn, even Cleveland Cavaliers figured it out, came back 3-1, most epic. So I you know, that's why I say, yo, maybe it figures itself out, but I could tell from the buys, sells, and trades and the way that the community acts that shit is dead. And it might come back to life, but it's more dead than Zen. Like, look at 19 makers. Zen got 77 makers. Like, that DXN shit is so much more dead than Zen, bro. Same with Queen. I was gonna say Queen or I was gonna say something else too, but I love everybody. But yeah, same with Q. Like Q can't come up because it's been alienated. And it's funny too, because the people that were in Q were in Titan. So I still don't understand how in the fuck. What are y'all doing? I'm in the classroom, bro. I just sometimes I look out and see what's happening on the recess, you know. So it's a different vibe. But hey, man, I'm about to sign off right now because I've been streaming for a while, and I went a little longer because I didn't even start for like 30 minutes. I had to clean up all that shit I spilled. But yo, go out there, make your own decisions. Again, Zen doesn't, I don't want to say Zen's putting in a bottom right now, but again, the concept of Titan and Zen making a baby will definitely raise some curiosity of, hey, is this getting ready to turn around? And I would lead that with gas. So if Bitcoin continues to be questionable, right? Questionable is it's not above 50 or 60,000. Let's say we close today. I think this is like my theory right now. If we close today under 58 in Bitcoin, expect that shit to go to 55. Like just expect it. Like don't even be surprised. Like you see it at 55, you're like, all right, for sure, it's there. You feel me? So don't even be surprised, because you got to start building in these mannerisms of like, I knew it was gonna go there. Like I'm glad that I didn't pay attention. Like look at I've been so zen because I've been predicted this shit. I might have missed one little pump that, you know, I could have totally been a part of, right? When it broke past this 200 the very first time, which is normal in trading. Usually when you break the 200 the first time, it should bounce and rally to as high as it can before it breaks it again, right? And that's why the second time that we broke it was a capitulation rally, and now we haven't been able to get above it too positively, right? This was a very positive up and above. This is a trick play, you know? It's a pump fake. And that's why we came down so fast and we haven't recovered since. And a lot of people, again, are looking at this on Bitcoin. They're saying if it doesn't get above 55, or if it doesn't stay above 60,000 going after Labor Day, expect lower lows. And that's why I'm like, yo, do we see sub 50s? Scary thing to think about. And if it is sub 50s, I raise the education of you. You know, are you ready to get yourself a quantum cat or something in ordinal world, because the Satoshi is so cheap? And do ordinal users bring down their prices because Bitcoin becomes so cheap and they need to liquidate? Like, do we see maybe a 0.1 BTC op cat while Bitcoin is falling down? How amazing would that fucking be? Right? So that's kind of the side of things I'm on. Same with like Ethereum. Like if everything is falling, gas is going up, and that means that we just saw the lowest gas of the year, and we'll never see it again. And now it might stay going up because the speculative trading of price action going down, people make money on the way down, so they will be more than happy to, you know, go on to Ethereum, and you know, again, as the market is suffering from people pulling their capital out, there's always going to be someone in there rotating your capital to make sure you're pulling out less. And yeah, I'm betting on those fools to keep ETH alive and keep gas up, which will drive Zen, because it's built on the physics of Ethereum. So if ETH is falling in price, Bitcoin is falling in price, contracts stay busy, then naturally Zen should see an uptake. Now, the only reason I would think Zen would sell off is because we need to price in the lowest gas, and that's what someone could do, right? But again, it's not like Bitcoin, because you know, and I know that you have all the supply, and if you sell, I'm just going to buy it, and you're not going to be able to burn it. You're not going to be able to swing it, right? Because you sold it to me, and we're all right here. We all know that the price in is right here, baby. Let it go. But I can only see, that's why I'm like, yo, I'm on my toes. Like, if we can really get a dump on the traditional markets, it should dump Zen, but it should lock gas in, and we should be able to fucking get the discount we've been waiting for, ladies and gentlemen. And then from there, sky is the limit, because it's all conjunctant. All of the conjunctions are happening. Zen is going up, gas is going up, ETH is going backwards, and now you can transfer your value into something 10 times better than the Ethereum blockchain, right? And then you play back what Jack's strategy was. Everything starts at 0, right? And moves higher over time, and doesn't launch with a big bang and sell off like blast. Till next time, motherfuckers. Peace. Hey, yo, shout out to Dank real quick. Hey, I'm going to be shining with my championship ring for sure. Big ups, bro.